Last time on the Adventures of Gaia, Danus and Pryo are welcomed at the Prior in Belize by Iris, the head Prior. After food and conversation with Iris, they learned that the pods in this land were malfunctioning. People were waking without any spirit at all. They were basically empty shells. The Prior showed the pair the pod room, where Danus noted that Pryo seemed to be a natural detective as he discovered traces of tampering along with some clues. They were then taken to a room that housed the 10 catatonic victims, and they realized Christophia was among them. The pair promised to help discover what was going on with the pods.
But first, we'll try and solve this little mystery for you. Okay, Pryo bows.
Good luck. And Gaia's blessings upon you.
Thank you, sister. We'll do our best. Okay, Pryo turns. We go to the other thingamajigs where other people live.
Yeah. Okay, you exit. You know the cables all actually come down to the, not surprisingly, down to the building that the birthing pods are in. So you can pick various cables. You can do one of two things. You've seen a few people actually hook up and just pull themselves as the gravity weakens, or there are a few of close to you, two of those, sort of like a box you get in and can pull yourself up. You realize that the most likely place to go, the place you see lights and there's quite a few boxes outside, almost as if it's parking outside, is this one of the more large spheres. There's light coming out and you hear some noise.
Can I ask the GM a question? Great.
Yes.
So we found UV preserved in and around the crime scene. Would that decay faster inside, if I have any knowledge? Would that decay faster inside that shelter? Or would it, I assume all these shelters are going to be somewhat similar. Would it decay faster inside or outside in this open, spacious environment?
Given your knowledge, you're suspecting that something indoors would last longer, assuming no one has tried to clean it, given any type of elements. That said, this land doesn't seem to, at least at this moment, have a lot of wind or a lot of humidity. It's quite comfortable, if not a little cool, but definitely outdoors.
Okay.
You select a little gondola and get in it and start pulling yourselves up. Seems like the easier way to do it. There's a second rope to pull, and because the gravity is quite a bit weaker, it gets easier and easier the further you get from the pod, so much so that about a quarter of the way up, you can just give it one good pull and you start going up quite easily. Okay,
as Pryo's pulling on this thing, he asks nonchalantly, and he's just kind of casually out of the corner of his eye observe his subject's response as he asked the question. Critical success on CE detective. He goes,
okay.
So we died, apparently.
Did we?
Or we supposedly lived in that waterland, but none of our belongings were there or friends.
Something doesn't feel right.
Okay, I'm looking at him. Is he lying to me? What is his face saying? What has this guy done?
Oh no, it finally came to this. All right, how are we gonna roll?
Pryo looks over the side. Is it a long drop?
Because
it is quite far, but there's no gravity. So
with that sentence,
I guess that's not going to work. He just floats away.
Yeah. Roll CE, Danus.
Okay, with that sentence though, it's not necessarily.
I have
not
acting.
Necessarily a lie.
So if he wants to tug of war on my acting, I get 391. No, 398.
Oh Jesus! I don't. Okay, You said CE.
Yeah, and if you're forcing a tug of war, Pryo.
Yes.
So now you have to roll your CE plus D100, and that's a tug of war in Gaia.
And get over 398, which you can. So, don't bother.
Oh, you can't. But he might make a critical if he gets a natural critical.
No, I mean I just rolled the D100 and I got a success, but not a critical success.
Okay.
So what you're gonna gather from me is when I say something's not right, I truly believe that. That sentence itself should have been pretty transparent because I don't believe that we just died and woke up there. That's true. Because I know for a fact that that's how I truly feel. So it should seem pretty genuine, but it might be off. Does that make any sense? Like it's
GM?
real.
Would you like to weigh on and what Pryo discerns from this?
You get the sense that he's definitely giving you a genuine response. However, he's not really quite answering the question straightforward. However, that does seem to be a bit of a Danus answer.
I have been a weird guy.
He doesn't quite think the same way you do, as if he was almost raised in a different land.
Perhaps we were enemies and killed each other.
Well, if we both died, then we would have both killed each other. That's a pretty one hell of a pretty good duel. But no, I mean, you seem to be more close, and I seem to be more further away, so I don't know how that would have worked out. But no, I doesn't feel right, does it?
Mm-hmm.
+1 to you both. Okay, the main common sphere is drawing quite near now. You hear some talking, low murmuring. You're going to have to dock your gondola.
We do so and proceed in.
You pull in. You see those rings that you can grab so as not to push yourself off too hard.
Okay, I go in and take a look around.
Okay, you enter the room. All right, it's another sphere with a flat floor. This one's actually suspended and floating. The cables are holding it down. There's dirt floating through it occasionally. And you see someone behind a main bar take a cloth and hit it. The dirt goes flying back out the window.
So we're in a low grav situation?
Yep.
Okay, Prio's like, tries to negotiate this.
Again, it's not so bad that you're just floating right up, but if you push, you'll fly. You see that there's a fair amount of furniture, more than there are really needed for people, so that's probably where people grab and move along. You see a lot of chairs, tables. There's a hexagonal fireplace with a Gaia crystal in it that's giving off some heat. And there's about 12 people in here. Most of them seem to be talking freely.
Weapons?
No one in here seems to have any particular weapons. They all seem to be relatively simply dressed in traveling type clothes or quite low quality clothes. A few people have staffs and staffs that have a hook on the end that could conceivably be used as weapons. However, much more likely they use it to grab on and pull themselves somewhere if they start floating. However, you do see a gentleman in the corner near the crystal place, the fireplace. He's sitting off on his own. He's kind of a rough looking individual. Big blonde hair, kind of large nose. He's got 3 or 4 empty cups around him, and another one he's just finishing draining and a bottle of a purpley looking liquid. He seems to be wavering every so often as someone who's perhaps drank too much but is accustomed to it. And also this low gravity is a bit odd.
I imagine. Must play with your stomach when you're drinking. He
looks up. There's kind of a smile plays over his face as he sees you. He does have 2 pistols hidden against each leg, and something he's going for, something that seems to be you see the UV trail towards the back, but he's sitting against a chair, so you're not sure what's back there. He's wearing a cloak, traveler's cloak. It's much nicer. If I could say, it looks to be traveling in low quality clothes, but it's made quite well, almost if to simulate it.
Blonde hair, you said? Does his UV secretions happen to fluoresce an orange, purple, or a yellow?
Seems to be a bit yellowish.
I see. And does he have black scales?
No, he does not.
So this is one of the dudes I'm looking for?
Seems to be. Definitely at least has some of those qualities.
Okay. And these
Seems
pistols...
to be actually... what's both your beauty scores?
Oh, it's about time.
That's an interesting question.
I've been waiting for someone to ask.
Prio's beauty score is 100.
Ooh, you're quite an attractive looking guy.
Well, thank you.
He wishes. I believe mine's 130. It's 130.
He's holding the glass, leaning against the chair. The chair is a bit of a padded style, more armchair sort of thing. He looks at you, he smiles at Pryo, then he smiles a little more when Danus comes in. Then he just gives you that look and drinks some more wine. You can feel him looking at you whenever you turn away. With
a 6 critical acting, Pryo ignores him entirely.
Okay.
I give him stink face.
He sees your face, he goes, drinks.
Anybody else with black scales in here?
No, you don't see anyone else.
Okay, Pryo goes to the bar.
Okay. There's a androgynous being behind the bar. It's got 4 nostrils, otherwise in a larger nose that goes down, otherwise fairly humanoid looking.
Pryo says,
olive skin.
Water, please.
Of course. You? Points to Danus.
Oh, well, you knows. I mean, I know. Knows. Water.
Okay. Puts 2 waters up. You need food?
Oh, yeah. Cookies or salad?
Right. Okay. Being turns around.
Yeah.
Goes through a door. Comes back out with a plate of this cut up salad sort of stuff. Puts it down. How you paying?
Oh. As I go for my first sip of water. Oh. We're helping.
Pryo flicks a bullet out of a clip.
Okay, the being grabs it. It's gone. Holler if you need anything else.
He puts the clip away quickly. Hopefully no one noticed.
Okay. You hear some laughter over in the corner.
Was that the big blonde dude?
Nope. It's a group of locals laughing. Oh, they seem to be playing some kind of game, or they're doing something. They have cards that they're passing back and forth.
Okay, Pryo positions himself where hopefully in a reflection he can watch the target.
There's no glass in here. It's all that wood.
I have Batty turn around then so I can watch him.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Bat turns around. The gentleman was looking at you until the bat turns around, then he starts eating some salad. He's looking over at another group of guys in the corner.
So what's the game plan?
Really? My robot just crawling around on my back aimlessly seemed to turn him around, or?
Seems to have.
Okay.
Now that you're watching him through Batty, you can roll detective again with a -100.
Critical success.
Nice. You recognize the practice movements of at least someone who was used to being looked upon.
Sure. Counter surveillance maneuvers. I take it.
Mm-hmm. You actually notice
he's pretending not to watch me. I'm pretending not to watch him.
Exactly. He seems to be acting even a little more tipsy than he did before.
Okay.
He drinks
and I'm the only one actually not watching anything. Sorry.
You're barely watching Pryo.
Yeah. So what are you thinking? I'll repeat again as I'm shoving more salad in my face. That citrus aftertaste.
First is, you see over there, he motions to the locals who are laughing at some game.
Nonchalantly, oh, it's bad. I look over.
targets in there.
Stink face?
So, yep.
Wait. Whoa. Target? Wait a minute.
Here's our
What's
plan.
going down?
You go over there, and you demand they tell you what the hell's going on. I'm smiling. Prio's not. He's just.
I know. I'm trying to. All right. I said I'd follow your lead. I'm gonna trust you.
I got your back.
I will. I dread this. Maybe Danus does too. Okay, so I'll walk over nonchalantly with my salad, eating it, and I'll come up to their table, rest the salad down, let everyone's eyes fall on me, and then slam my fist on the table and go, "You tell me what you know right now!" in the most intimidating, like I wasn't sure how to do it, and it's just, that's what it is. That's what it is.
+2. Okay. Pryo, you watch Danus walk over casually, eating his salad. He puts it down. The people look up, the locals they're exchanging their cards. Yep.
Actually, the instant he leaves, I move the opposite direction. Just nonchalantly go to look out a window or something. And Batty is the opposite direction. And Batty's watching the blonde guy. As soon as the blonde guy's eyes are not on me, I'm going to turn invisible.
Okay. Okay. You notice that his eyes were following you initially and dart back to Danus, then dart back to you quite quickly. Until Danus slams down on
Don't tell me what you know right now!
Okay, there's a group of about 6 guys, people.
If I had another +1, I'd give it to you, buddy.
I was supposed to give you my +1 when you jammed the cart forward through the door, but I was smiling too hard and I forgot. Anyway.
You keep it for yourself.
No, retroactive +1, by the way. Anyway.
All right, thank you.
I love when my players are generous and distribute.
No, you take the +1. No, you take the +1.
You're the only other player.
Keeping it for themselves. All right, you slam your hands down. The beings sitting at the table, they were laughing and exchanging these cards with pictures of people on the front and stuff. And they go, "Ah!" One actually screams and jumps up. What? And a female who's the broadest of the group. Just one sec. The broadest of the group kind of reacts. What are you doing?
I don't even know!
Maybe you should stop. What have you been drinking? Okay. Yes, Pryo. This drew the gentleman's attention away for a short period. You do have an opportunity to quickly.
Okay.
Invisible? Is that what you plan to do?
Is there anywhere to hide behind him, or would I have to go totally invisible?
You would have to go totally invisible. You recognize from your previous check that he has positioned his chair up against the sphere, against the side. Quite effective tactics of anti-espionage.
And underneath this floor, is there anything, or is it just you fall to your death?
There's very little. It's just flattened enough to make the sphere have a walking space, so there is a bit underneath, but not a lot.
Okay, then I'll just cloak. Okay. I get a critical success.
You see his R's dart away for a moment as this cacophony begins over at the other table. They dart back immediately. He looks where you were and looks around, kind of pulls back.
I get close to him.
He closes his eyes for a second. You see a slight energy go over him.
A force field, really?
Okay, this woman's, what have you been drinking?
Whatever's free, because I don't even have that much money. And I'm just like belligerently yelling.
Okay.
Now I said you're gonna tell me what I want to know, and you're gonna tell me everything that I need to know. It's just
the man who screams stands up. Sir, if what do you need to know? Did you want to trade racing cards? We're just trading racing cards.
You're trading racing? I don't want to hear about racing cards.
Okay,
I want to hear what I want to know.
What do you want to
know? I need to know. And I look for Pryo.
You need to know where Pryo is gone. He seems to no longer be here.
He's not there? He's not there? I don't see it. I need to know where the toilet is! Now! No!
Okay, they all look at each other.
Oh, wait, yeah, because we do it in our suits. I keep forgetting that. Never mind.
That's not surprising given where you're from, however. You're newly suited.
Oh, yeah. So everybody looks at me like I'm even crazier.
Yeah. I don't think we have a toilet. Okay, Pryo. You're cloaked.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
Waiting for Mr. Blonde Guy.
Okay. He seems to be sitting there. Scratches his nose. Doesn't seem so drunk anymore.
Did I think that was a force field he generated, or?
Your best guess, yes. Roll. No, you'll notice. You notice him. He seems to be looking around, but every so often can't seem to help himself but check out Danus's butt.
Well, he has a nice butt. His beauty is 130 after all. And that nanotech suit leaves little to the imagination.
Well, I'll tell you where 50 of it went, right in the glutes.
I roll a 6, which is a critical for anything I have.
Yep. Okay. He looks around, and then after what seems like you can almost see him timing with his breathing, he stands up, throws a couple of bullets on the table, and heads out the door.
I follow.
Okay.
And at this point, I'm probably running out of steam.
Okay.
Like, well, because Pryo's gone, Guy's leaving.
Yeah.
I have no other direction, so I'm just gonna backpedal and say, you know what? I apologize. You heard me right. That's right. And if I ever see you again, I'm gonna apologize again. And
okay. All right.
You have a great day.
Okay. One person's like,
and I'm gonna pick up my salad.
You don't seem well.
I'm gonna finish my salad, okay. And I'm gonna. How many exits are there?
There's just the one. All these spheres seem to just have a single egress. You recognize the UV even more so than Pryo on the gentleman who is now getting up and has gone out the door.
I will go because whether I want to follow him or not, I feel super weird being in this room now.
Okay. With an awkward kind of shuffle strut, you throw the bowl on the bar and start walking out behind the guy.
Yeah.
Really, you see that you're in between Danus and your quarry now.
Okay, so if he's leaving, he's going to have to use the same device we use. There's only one of them, correct?
No, there were a few parked up there. Remember I said it's almost like a parking lot of how many are all up there. He'll have to use the same type. There's 3 that go down, one to the birthing chamber area where you were, one that goes off to the side, another one that goes down to another sphere. The others go up and off to other spheres.
So he has multiple ways to go.
Yep.
And there's no way I could follow him. If only I had some kind of invisibility cloak or something. And this could be a little easier. Okay.
You actually feel yourself go, no, what am I doing?
Right, yes. Okay, I become material behind him.
Okay. Danus, your Pryo's in front of you suddenly.
What?
He goes, suddenly solidifies.
I'm looking around. Was that thing where you... Why did you tell me to...
Danus seems to be talking to you.
Pryo says, going somewhere?
to the gentleman. Okay.
Oh, he's ignoring me? Okay.
Okay. He turns, he looks at you, he goes,
I'd keep your hands far from those pistols if I were you.
why, you want to follow me back to my bedchamber?
I was thinking of taking you to the pod room and asking you what you did to the pods.
Okay, he looks at you, up and down. He goes to reach for those guns. You may roll surprise.
Oh, crap. This is fantastic. I have no problem sending him back to a pod where he loses his memory.
I am not surprised, surprisingly enough.
Nice.
I am not surprised.
Okay.
He probably has quick draw. Oh, damn it.
He sure does.
Oh, great. What is his initiative? I will decide what I'm going to do based on how fast he's moving.
602.
602, huh?
Yep.
Well, shit.
You see him pulling almost in slow motion in a way, reach for this one pistol that was in a holster as it comes out. You see it's got a strange glow to it. That's all you see before movement starts.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, it'd be a pistol with like my free hand and pull it up.
Okay,
so
I roll my blinding strike.
Okay, whatever your pistol initiative is then, Alec.
I get a critical success with that.
Okay.
Pryo,
So what initiative did you...
strikes forward
That's right.
with a blur
Okay.
and gets 890.
Moving faster than guysinly possible, you move forward as he's got the gun, and it's just, you feel it just coming, raising towards kind of your chest area as you move so fast. And
I go to strike upon him
all right.
with my fist cuff.
Okay. You're gonna just punch him?
I'm gonna palm the gun down and punch over my fist. And I'm intending to knock him unconscious.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's a critical success.
He's raising the gun, which seemed to move faster than guysinly possible, and you move quicker than that. Danus, you're standing there like, what am I gonna? And Pryo has already reached out, palmed the gun down, slapped him in the side, punched him. Right uppercut. Oh, dude. He's completely taken aback, not expecting anyone to move faster than him, apparently. And you see his eyes roll back, and he starts to fall. Or shall I say float. He moves backwards. The force of your punch is actually sending him out and off the dock. You're going to have to roll to grab him. Otherwise, his unconscious body will be floating away.
Oh, damn. Okay. What do you want me to roll? Bam! Oh, shit.
Coordination to grab him? With unexpected -50, so that you yourself do not fall off the platform as you grab for him.
-50? Mm-hmm. Let's see if Pryo makes the roll. Or he falls into oblivion. 70. He makes it.
Ah!
Okay, he goes up, grabs something metal and poof, grabs him.
Yeah, you instinctively do this punch. You're like, I'm amazing. You have this momentary thought, and then you're like, crap, he's floating away. You grab one of the rings, make sure you don't thrust yourself off, and grab his boot just as he's floating away, and you start pulling him back. Danus, you've made a gun. Seems like everything's over. But you see Pryo reaching out. He could probably use some help to be pulled back.
Well, I'm gonna have to put the gun away then.
With the nanotech, it's come up, and then you think,
sure.
No gun, it goes back down in your arm.
Yeah.
Okay, I throw him back into the room and quickly try and confiscate any weapons he has.
Okay, so you want to grab the guy.
Yeah, in the next round or whatever, I pull him back in.
Okay, Danus grabs you and pulls him. You want to throw him back into the common sphere you were just in?
Not with all the people, but in this little front foyer kind of chamber.
Yeah, it's more like a porch, for lack of a better word. So it's open air, but it's just out. Okay, you lay him down and disarm him.
Yeah, I give the whatever remaining and the weapon in his back as well that I saw was there. I give it to Danus.
Oh, jeez.
You pull it. You're getting more. Dennis, the pack horse. You pull out the two pistols. One is clearly some kind of energy pistol. The other one is bullets. And you pull this wicked-looking knife out of his back that has an odd writing on the side of an odd emblem and a huge emerald in it.
Actually, Pryo goes, huh? He takes that. He puts that in his belt.
You have a momentary shudder through your body of something familiar, but it passes. Okay, you have a unconscious man laying there, purple blood coming out of his nose.
Okay, the damage was 320 mental damage.
Okay, thank you.
But I definitely pulled it so hopefully not to give him brain damage. I didn't want to murder him.
Okay. Yep.
But soundly knock him out for sure.
When you came in contact with that skull, as I said, he was quite a broad, thick guy. It was quite a hard thwack kind of noise, but he seemed to have good chin. He did try to roll with it as much as he could. Didn't quite help. Hard to do in low gravity.
Pryo was fairly impressed. Okay. Is there something to tie him up with?
Not out here, unless either of you have something on you.
Okay. Pryo grumbles something, looks in his bag. Do I still have the coat hanger, the wire coat hanger?
Yep. You find a coat hanger in your bag.
With some old UV on it from whoever I tied up last. I don't remember.
Yep.
Okay. I tie him up. Hands behind his back.
With a coat hanger? Okay. Mm-hmm. This is new field tactical stuff that I've never been trained on.
You're standing there with all this stuff? Okay, coat hangers. All right. I've got to get some coat hangers.
That makes sense.
All right.
Keep out of that whatever you want and then toss the rest. Or put it in my bag. We can trade it later.
Yes.
2 pistols. He did. You kept the knife, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 2 pistols.
Yeah. I'll put those in the bag.
One is quite nice. That energy one looks impressive. Okay, you throw them in his bag.
You probably want to keep that and find out from the GM what it is.
Okay, the large guy actually starts to stir a bit. You're impressed. He seems to be stirring quite quickly. Not fully with it yet, but his side of his mouth is swelling up a bit.
Okay, I tied him. I tied his wrist behind him and on to some kind of piece of wood or something, so he's kind of floating there.
Your coat hanger probably isn't quite large enough to do all that. You can tie his wrists with it.
Fair enough, then. Then I tied his wrists, and I'm kind of kneeling, kind of have my boot on one side, a top modified mount, for anyone who knows what that means, kind of like with one knee up, he's under here.
One knee up.
He's under here and one knee's up.
Yep.
Put my weight down on him.
Okay. You hold him down.
I slap him. Wake up.
He's a big guy. He takes up most of your mount. He's quite a big dude. Okay. You see him shift. Opens one eye. He starts to smile as he sees your face. Then he goes to move. He's like, the lurid look on his face fades.
You should be careful who you smile at.
So what's your deal?
What'd you do to the pods?
What pods?
If I hit him.
Okay, he goes back. How are you holding him with your weight?
Yep.
Okay. You hit so hard you almost knock yourself off with the force and the low gravity. It's not something you're accustomed to compensating for.
Pryo tries to look cool.
Whoa! Not too bad. You still look cool, but you compensate behind. Danus is behind you, I assume, Danus, and you can feel his presence there to hold you in. He goes, "It was just a job.
What was the job?"
Gather memories. Hijack the card.
Any particular memories?
No, she just sent us, you know. I know you recognize me.
Sorry? Can't say I do.
You know who we are. He smiles. He goes, "Pfft." He adjusts under your bulk. Makes you feel a little uncomfortable. Little no feeling for a moment. He goes, anyways, I don't have him. He took him. He's gone rogue.
The one with the black scales?
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe this man is telling me the truth?
Roll. Let's roll a tug of war.
Okay.
Yep.
89 plus his CE is 270. So that would be 369 plus his detective bonus. That's 455. Does he seem to me to be being truthful?
Truthful enough. He definitely is telling you that whoever he is, the partner, Black Scales, seems to have stolen stuff. He seems slightly shifty. However, his whole nature is slightly shifty. And given what you know about, or what you intuit about people that would know how to counter spy in a tavern, chances are he's hiding something, whether or not it's pertinent or not.
Chances are.
He says,
What's Black Scale's name?
how's his name gonna help you?
Help me find him.
You'd have to be a pretty amazing tracker to find him. I've tried. Anyways, I'm just gonna tell her she can go after him. You know, no ties, no drama. Dennis, it seems like this guy seems to act like he knows Pryo.
I get the vibe. I feel like I'm gonna poke my head over because if he's on top of him, I'm gonna kind of look over and be like, "Hey, friend, not very good with pronouns, so she."
You know.
I'm gonna shoot you in the head and send you to the pod.
Okay, there's actually a momentary flicker of worry over his face.
I'm not good with pronouns. Can you elaborate?
Come on, you know I'm with the Emerald Cabal.
I'm getting his pistol out, and I'm gonna put it to his head.
Serafina Lee, of course. You know I'm with the Emerald Cabal. Okay, he cuts himself off. He goes, well, two wanderers like yourselves. You know, no ties, no drama, no anchors. Shoot me, no one cares.
Oh, thank God. I look at Pryo.
If you find him, kill him for me. Will save me having to go after him for failing.
Where do you think he went?
If I have to guess, he motions the opposite direction from where the Priory and you came in.
Over there.
We didn't see too much UV leading out. We saw more leading in, correct?
Out or in of what? Like what?
Well, you said from the direction we came, right?
Yeah. You actually haven't seen the other direction because the Priory was in the way. You're in.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
There might be another road. He seems to be indicating there's another exit or a way to get out of this land.
Gotcha. I misunderstood.
No worries. He goes, remember, ties make you weak and hold you back, so.
You said you knew me?
I know your type.
Oh, yeah? What type is that?
Well, you're like me. Or mostly.
In what way am I like you?
There's no way you're not with a cabal.
Oh, yeah? What cabal do you think I'm with?
Doesn't matter.
So this Serafina Lee,
Yep.
do you think we've crossed paths before?
You and her. Have no idea. Maybe. You'd remember if you did.
My eyes are going back and forth. Like, do I shoot him? Is he still? Why is he being so helpful? Are you liking this? Like.
What's your mission here now? He pulls a kukri out. Sing.
Drink. Wait for her to tell me what to do. Move on. I'm out in the goddamn outer rims. You think I'm at the top of her list?
What's Blackscale's name? What are his aliases? Is he a he?
Okay, he looks at you. He smiles. He goes, yeah, he's a he. You really haven't heard of the Emerald Cabal?
I cut top of his ear off.
Chase!
I jump back. I jump back. I've got so much adrenaline, I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, he screams. And when he pushes back, you both start to float quite a bit.
Okay,
Oh, what are you doing with your fingers?
I wrap my legs up around him and grab him.
You wrap your legs around nothing. He goes insubstantial.
Ah, he phases.
Okay.
All right, I feel the instinct to get out of his way.
Yeah. Okay, he starts to move towards you. You see your coat hanger float off.
Nah, you wily son of a bitch. Just had to heal enough mental points back so you could phase, huh? Okay. In my judgment, are we light enough that Batty could... Does Batty actually fly, or does he have an actual anti-gravitational thing that flies him?
No, he actually flies.
He actually treads air. So he can't fly in this either.
Nope, not effectively. You could throw him and he could float, but he would have a really difficult time moving.
Son of a Gaia monster. Okay.
Well, thank you, sir.
Always.
You can roll initiative.
I guess we can.
Mm-hmm.
But you got his ear, so...
So good. Great. I could throw it in a pod, and when it comes out, I could beat him up, and the person will be like, what are you hitting me for? I have no idea what's going on.
Can I...
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, may I pull out the pistol that looked funny?
Yeah, you sure can.
Try shooting him.
Okay. What did you get for initiative?
Oh,
I get 412.
It will be your pistol initiative, Danus.
Previously, or you want me to roll again?
Roll again for this time, but roll with whatever your pistol is. What did you get, Pryo?
I get 412, unless he's going to beat me, and I could go full attack.
No, you can do whatever you're going to do. I got a 180.
You got a 180?
Okay. I'm moseying over to if he's just phased and he's like slowly moving or something, I don't know how he would walk or do whatever when he's phased in like space. Phased in space.
You can attenuate to be able to move against solid objects.
Great.
In fact, in a way, it would be easier because he has no gravity pulling on him, so he can kind of stick to it almost like a static clean, even if he's just 1% solid and 99% phased.
Yep. He does beat 411. What did you want to...
Okay, I go full attack, then I get 512.
Okay. You beat him by 1.
Oh, good.
Okay, he's phased. You can see a moment of hesitation where he looks at you as if he was going to do something, and as your instinct was to move back. And then he looks almost as if he can stick to the side of the porch and starts moving, seems to be heading away, as if to push himself off. You may go.
He's going to retreat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the white phoenix fire goes out of Pryo's eyes, and he goes whoosh, and this blue energy goes, this pink energy comes out of his hand.
Okay.
How far away, how many meters from me is him?
2. He's quite close. You were just on top of him.
Okay. With a 72, I get a critical. I psychic blade him.
Okay. And how much? What are you doing? What kind of damage?
He takes 720 mental points.
Do you see this? The white phoenix goes out. Danus, it looks quite familiar to an orange phoenix. It's quite similar to an orange phoenix you're very familiar with. And you see this white energy come out. He does almost instinctively roll out of the way, and your energy. Are you hitting? Where are you trying to hit him? Just full on, like a area of effect?
No, well, a blast at him. I can't do an area of effect because then I'll hit Danus and maybe people in the bar.
Okay, so it's just a beam out of the
blast
hand.
of energy out of his hand. Yeah.
Okay, he does seem to roll. You do clip him. It goes through him. However, you see him tense up, and you see he's starting to fall down towards the ground.
Okay.
Anyway, you have a ranged weapon, Danus. You could still attempt to shoot at him. Do you have any more attacks with your?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. The gentleman starts spinning. You see his eyes back in his head once again.
And he's physical now?
Oh yeah. When you hit him, it seemed to go through him and almost make him solidify.
So I knocked him out.
Mm-hmm. Danus, he's falling. You've gone through the bag, you just put the weapons in, you take them out, you found this fancy pistol.
Oh. Well, if that all would have happened, I guess it all happens at the same time. Okay, I found the fancy pistol, and I will. Yeah, I'd love to. I rolled a 79. Is it a success?
Okay, you aim towards the falling figure and pull the trigger. A purple ball of energy comes out and shoots towards him. You unleash a few.
Whoa.
There's actually no kickback at all, and you
really?
compensated a bit for it, but there's nothing there. The gravity throws you off.
Sure.
However, these blasts go true, unlike an actual bullet that may not. And you were successful. Did you shoot all?
I'm going to roll as many. I have 4 attacks. I'm going to go until I have an issue. Mm-hmm. So the first one's 50 damage because it hit. The second one is a critical success with a 1. With a 1. So
nice.
I wish it would have come later in this, but that's fine. Better to get it now. So usually it's 50 damage, but if that's doubled, then
okay.
So and the next shot is look at that. There's the failure.
Okay.
Came in the wrong order.
Okay. You lean over. Pryo Danus pushes sort of past you and starts unleashing this energy bolts that go flying through the air. He hits the body as it tumbles and falls down. You see the body convulse a few times, and then he's fallen now enough that it's difficult to see him through the mist that's collected at the height of evening, and his body disappears.
To the pod. Sorry.
That was nice.
Yeah.
+3 for an encounter to both of you. Okay, you're both standing on the porch. You see the guy with the cards lean out. Did you find your toilet? Are you okay?
Hey, buddy. Yeah, everything's great. Sorry.
Okay. He sees you have a gun. Okay, never mind. Oh, goodness. Okay, he pulls back. Okay, you stand there together.
Cabal? Giving memories? Crazy stuff.
Got me.
And you got me.
Why this Seraphina Lee would want anyone's memories, or any of the memories here, I don't know.
Wait a minute. Didn't she mention to you that you might have your memories helped here? I assume if multiple people have come here for memory issues, then they probably know a lot of stuff here.
Pryo shakes his head. Okay. Don't know Blackscale's name, but he's the one who stole the memories. Well, that guy could have put the pods back together, possibly. But if those people want their memories back, we're going to have to find Mr. Blackscale, which we know the general direction he went.
Mm-hmm. We've got our next steps.
Surprisingly, you might be surprised to hear this, but Pryo does not look happy. Shocker! Bah, bah, bah.
Okay, you look up in the firmament, and you see those hexagonal red blinks. You're up quite a bit further, and you actually see the pixelation of the illusion of a sky that's in all the Gaia domes. And you actually see there's those pixels are going to the base of behind the illusion. Seems like this land isn't quite right.
Pryo thinks broken Gaia. Broken land, broken people, stealing memories.
Danus thinks, what am I gonna do?